Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Tori Live, and I'm back with another episode of the Daily Nugget. So glad y'all could pop back in with me. Really glad, really glad. If you are a new visitor to this channel, then I want to invite you to go ahead and click the subscribe button and become a part of the vocalist. That's what I call my subscribers. And if you're already a vocalist, well, thank you for coming back, and I hope you love, like, and share these videos. So let's dig right in, guys, shall we? So I'm sitting here with a nice cup of tea because it's always like it had the nerve, right? See, I'm talking with a stutter because I just can't even believe it. I'm from Jersey, and we know up north it snows. Like they just got heavy snow not too long ago. I feel like they still shoveling themselves out. But I've been to California and I moved to Georgia, and you know, um, I was expecting these places to be hot, like really hot. Like it doesn't get cold; it gets cool, not cold. So when I was in California and it like was actually getting pretty like cold, like have to get a jacket cold, I was like, something's not right. Ozone layer, what's happening? I was like, okay, so I'm in Georgia now, and I'm thinking, it's gonna be maybe a little, a few degrees lower than the California sun. Okay, I could deal with that. But when I opened up my two God given eyes and I began to look, y'all, I saw snow flurries today. Y'all, I was shook. It's the first time I ever seen it snow in Georgia. It wasn't a lot, nothing to stick. Like if you look outside right now, it's nothing there. It's like it didn't happen. But but it is bitter cold. And I'm like, bruh, what is this? What everything I know is a lie. So now it's about to snow in Jamaica. Like, what's up? It's gonna start snowing in Florida. Like what? I don't know. Help me, because I don't know. Maybe I just don't know. And y'all in the comment section can help me to understand because I didn't think that. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't think these things happen in these places. But anyway, let's go, guys. So let's bring it back in. So cup of tea, something warm because I like it's cold outside, like I just expressed, and also um I just love tea. Like I have a love for tea. So if you're a black owned business and you have teas, let me know because I want to review some teas. And I'm looking on Facebook, I'm just scrolling, not really doing nothing. And I saw one of my friends had posted some pictures. She was just like, reminiscing about old family pictures, old stuff. And I was looking, and this is my good people. It's like she really is my friend. So a lot of the people in the pictures, I can recognize, who they are to her. Some of them I actually know them myself because this is my people and I've been around her for a while. So. But I felt like, it just felt warm. It felt warm looking at those old pictures from the 90s and the 80s. And, I began to think real deep about family and what it really means. And, just even community, the sense of community. And things, it's really sad to say. And I never really thought I would see the day. But things are so different. And not just with the pandemic happening, but that didn't help it either. But things have become so different that, you know, it's altered the whole fabric of what family and community is. And the way people used to operate and function in the 90s and the 80s. And I remember in the summertime running around with, honestly, I had a brief um I had a brief bout with this because my upbringing was really interesting, and we'll get into that in future videos. But like I remember a couple summers of playing outside and hopscotch. And if it wasn't me actually doing it, I was watching other little girls, doing it. They were doing hopscotch, they were doing double dutch. Like I remember we were running in catching fireflies, and you could run down the street and chill with your friends, which is like the neighbors at down the end at the block, and you could stay out there as long as you wanted and nothing really happened. You were pretty safe because everybody on the block knew each other. And if they seen y'all getting into trouble or going too far off the block, yeah, they would call you back, or they would do both. They would call you back, get back in here, what are you doing? Or or both would happen. They would call who you belong to, be like, did you know your girl was with such and such, going to such and such? I seen them around this store. And it got on our nerves as kids that Miss Roberts and this one and that one, all of them was telling on us. But it was like, now looking back, it was beautiful because like it was a community that cared. It was like everybody was kind of like raising everybody and helping everybody to be happy and stay safe and stuff. And you could basically stay out there on the block as long as you wanted. And then, when it gets a little dark, you could go home, before street lights hit, you go home. Everybody go to their designated house. When it's starting to get dark outside, we go. Or, the neighbors, especially towards like the closer you got to my house, like these set of neighbors, like they really, really knew each other. And they would tell my grandmother, like, oh, your granddaughter wants to come, to dinner. She's over at my house. And it was safe. It was okay. You could go and you didn't have to worry, like, are they going to kidnap my child? Are they going to, not saying it didn't happen or it can't happen, right? Like, you weren't worried that something terrible was going to happen because it was a community. And a lot of the women who I'm talking about, they were older women. It's my grandma's block, so like they were, older, seasoned, and that's the life they grew up with. And I was privileged to be able to get a glimpse of that for those few summers that I was at her house, and it was beautiful. And I look at today, and it's like, I mean, outside of the pandemic, we know that you can't be running up in people's house with this virus thing running around and stuff. But outside of that, even before that happened in like 2018, 2019, you just look around, you just see the culture has definitely shifted from happiness and peacefulness and block parties and cookouts. Like block parties was life. Block parties was the everything. Everybody looked forward to all the cookouts all summer long, and now, like as we ventured, deeper into the 2000s, like life is changing. And it's no longer, you go to a block party, like that's anything can happen, and then forget all that, forget what's going to happen. People aren't even unified anymore to do a block party, you know? Like people don't even know who their neighbor is next door no more. Families, people don't even value, what family looks like, family reunions and stuff. Everybody's too busy. Everybody's doing a thing, and it's actually really sad. Now that I'm sitting here, and I'm talking about it, it's very sad. And I wanted to talk about it today because I want to invoke a feeling in you. I want you to feel something with me. I want you to get where I'm coming from and take it and allow it to make you sad. Allow it to make you angry even, but sad and angry enough to do something. Now, with this pandemic situation happening, there's not too much that we can do in terms of getting close to our family physically, but I just want to encourage you guys to please take time to virtually visit your family. Take time to make calls. Take time to build bonds. Maybe you have somebody in your family who you're not that close to. Reach out, you know, because it's sad. It's very sad when you really think about the grand scheme of why the fabric of family fall apart, because there's a lot of people, they are your family by blood, but they're snaky. Not sneaky, they're snaky. And, sometimes you have to protect yourself by distancing yourself. That's sad too. And honestly, that's a whole nother video. But, those that you can trust, build those bonds back. Don't be too busy. Don't be too busy. Make that time, call them up, make them connections. We have to get the fabric of family back strong again, because if we don't, then our children, the little babies right now, those infants and toddlers who are growing up right now, they will never have the chance to experience a true 90s summer if we don't build the culture of love with our family. And you know what? To be honest, family don't always mean blood. Now, I would want it to, I would love for it to, but like I said, you got some family members who they not with the peace stuff. They not with all that. And you can't force nobody to do something that they're not gonna, if they're not with it, they're not with it. That's cool. But sip my tea. That was no shade. I really wanted to sip my tea. I don't want to get the cold. But anyway, um, it's just like, even if it's not your blood family, take the ones that do want you. Take the blood family that y'all do have that bond a little bit, and make that stronger. And the rest of the family, you cultivate that. Your friends, be careful of the friends, but certain friends, they're close enough that they do become family. Allow that to fill in those extra gaps and create your own community of people and spread love. One thing that I love about Mia X, I always talk about Mia. Uh, and you guys, there's a link for the video that myself and my boyfriend did with Mia, and she was talking about detoxing and community and stuff like that, and getting your body right. I love her. She's a breath of fresh air. I'll put the link for that video so that you guys can go ahead and check that out. It was a really great, uh, it was a great sit down talk with her. But if y'all don't follow her, make sure y'all follow her on Instagram at um the great wait. I want to get it right. It's really nice too. Uh, Greatest thing created on Instagram. Check her out. And anyway, what I love about her is the fact that she does this thing called Hug the Block. And in pandemic times, we've had to chill because we can't really hug people, which is sad. But Hug the Block is basically like, just one of those things where like kind of come together as community and just support each other with positive words, with kindness, with love, with poetry, with just being. You know, it's another organization in my hometown, Newark, New Jersey, along with Mia. They also do their own thing too. They do hugs for healing. Obviously, again, that's been kind of halted because of pandemic stuff, but they do a whole bunch of community stuff, Hugs for Healing, where we walk through the whole strip of the downtown area, just like with a boombox and some positive music, and a whole bunch of people like, hey, can I give you a hug today? I want to encourage you today. I don't want nothing from you. I'm not trying to get nothing off of you. I just want to show you love. Maybe nobody told you you were valuable today. I just want to do that for you. Can I tell you you're valuable? All right, you want a handshake, you want a hug, like what, we just, it's, it's beautiful. And these kind of things, these little simple acts of hugging, of acknowledgement, of like showing love, these are the things that grow a stronger community. These are the things that make people feel happy to be a part of that community and give them a feeling of um just accepted, just being accepted. There's so many people in, that Hugs for Healing. I remember the walk, and it was so awesome. And so many people, there were people who were really standoffish. They were like, no, don't touch me, I'm good. And that's to be expected because everybody's not a hugger and you can't force people to do that. But those that did want to participate, they like, you watch their whole mood change. Like we was walking up to them and they were like, what? excuse me? But then they listened for a while and they were like, you know what? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's fine, all right. And once the hug happened and once the exchange of positive words, their whole vibe changed. They were more happy. They walked away feeling really good and smiling. Before, of course, this is before mask. Like you can see people, in their smile. They were smiling. They were happy. It was a few people, and this really touched my soul. It broke me down. It was a few people who cried, and one guy, he cried and he was like, yo, ain't nobody hugged me in years. And just seeing y'all and talking to you guys and getting that hug, it just made me miss my mom so much. Like, I was the only person who really loved me, and it's cold out here. Not physically cold because it was in the summertime. He was like, and it's a cold world out here. And y'all doing that, I needed that. And I tell you no lie, I'm a big crybaby. That definitely made me cry. And maybe I'm just a savvy person, but I'm saying like the world needs love. The world needs better communities. The world needs more people who are about peace. And I know that we don't live in a peaceful can't talk. I know. Please hear me out when I say this. Like, I'm trying to be dead serious. Like, I know we don't live in a peaceful society because there is everything out there from racist people who don't like you just because of how you look, people who want to take advantage of you, people who want to hurt you, people who want to rob you, kill, steal, people who look like you, look just like you, and they just hate you for no reason. There's so much of that, and it's sad, and it's like it's multiplying. It's sad. It's really sad, But I want to encourage you guys to combat that negativity with love. Combat the negativity with peace. Combat that negativity by trying to be the positive light that you want to see. And you may not be able to do it on your own. Maybe you need to join up with an organization. Maybe you need to start an organization, whatever God puts on your heart. But even if you don't go that big scale, start the love right there in your house with the people that you wake up with every morning, because it's a shame. It's a shame if you go outside and you love on other people and you help people with resources and you do the service for other people, but you don't have no love in your heart for the very people in your house. You'll walk outside to save the world and won't say good morning to the people that live with you. That's a shame. So let's work on it in our own house first, with our own family and friends and our close people first, and then let that growth radiate to the rest of the community. But whatever you do, all I ask is that you start somewhere, because I really miss the 90s summers. You know, I don't think life will ever go back to being that sweet, but we can try. So I want to encourage y'all to help us bring the love back by beginning to be, if each and every one of us begin to be a light in our own community, in our own house, on our own block, at our own church. Don't get me started on church, because church is a place where love is already supposed to be. But people, just people like, Alexa, play Jonathan McReynolds. People. We need to be delivered from people. But, people sometimes that mess up the flow of things. So I encourage you, do not be one of those people. Be one of those good people. Be one of those people for change. Don't be one of those people that are backbiting and lying and cheating and stealing and killing your brother. Like, people need help. People need love. If you got it in your heart, give it. It don't cost you nothing. Give it. And if you don't have it in your heart, I beg you today to find it in your heart. Find it. Find it somewhere. And you can't buy it in the store. I don't know if you got soul search, meditate, pray, read your Bible, get you a self-help book, whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do, find it and learn how to give it and learn how to live in it. Because that's the only way that we can help to start to bring back the love, bring back the peace. They say that the world's only going to get worse from here, and maybe they're right. But I just refuse to let that stop me from at least being one good person left. If that's the last thing that I do, I just want to be a light to somebody. And I don't always get it right. Promise you that. And you won't either. But I just think maybe I'm being far fetched, but I just think if we try, then we can. Just a little bit, just a fraction. Maybe we can do a little dent in the facelift that America needs. So, with that being said, I'm actually going to warm up my tea now. And I hope that you guys got something. This is a long video. I didn't expect this video to run over this long. I usually try to make the daily nuggets a little bit shorter with nice little peppy music in the back, but like this is a real deal message that I wanted to get to you. And if you stayed this long through this video, I appreciate you. And I hope that it made sense to you. And I hope that it encouraged you to be the change that you want to see. And, just show love, please. That's all I ask. Oh, that's all I ask for that. But, that's the end of the daily nugget. But for me, in terms of me, what I am asking is that you hit the subscribe button so that you can continue to see more and more of these videos, and also so that you can help me grow my channel. This is still yet a very young channel, and I need all the numbers that I can get. Help me build this so that I can continue to put these messages out. And if you know somebody who needs this like level of encouragement or whatever, start sending them out to people. I'm here every day, trying to be faithful to that every day, but I'm here every day posting these videos to inspire people, to uplift people, and to encourage people to find that light inside themselves, be their own light, and let that light radiate out and show somebody else that love. So, yeah, hit the subscribe button, please. Thank you. Also, hit the bell so that you can stay up on notifications because YouTube algorithm really be trying it. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope that you guys, again, definitely were empowered, encouraged by this video. You guys stay safe. Get something hot in your system because it's cold season apparently everywhere. I'm still tripping that it was snowing in Georgia, but whatever. It's cool. It's cold season, cold and flu season. It's the pandemic is still very much happening. Get you some elderberry, grab you some sea moss, get some tea and some soup in your soul, and yeah, be safe, y'all. And above all else, yeah, be your own light, baby. Bye, guys. Have a great night.